Funding wallets on TapTapSend. Step 1. Click on Create Ghana Cedi Wallets below when you open the app. Step 2. Enter amount of your choice in Ghana Cedis. Step 3. Click on the Confirm and Fund wallet below to confirm. Step 4. Your wallet has been successfully funded. Step 5. Enter amount of your choice in Ghana Cedis. Step 6. Select or add new recipient. Step 7. Choose wallet as payment method. Step 8. Click on the Pay with Wallet below to confirm. Step 9. Your transaction is successful.
Jackie, fa Jackie, Jackie.
That beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it.
Fa Jackie.
Green select glucometer, check it. Push sugar level, for check it. For check it.
Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
I've been so cool. Massive cash out with Aviator on Parimatch. Charlie, visit parimatch.com.gh now and enjoy showdown odds and amazing offers on your favorite sports, jackpot and casino game. Play with Parimatch and get up to 500% Pari Boost bonus to win big like a boss. Parimatch, the game is yours. This advertisement is vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly. No under 18. Gaming can be addictive.
On the hot seats of Showbiz Daily Live on Sammy Flex TV. My name is Sammy Flex and I have my gentleman seated with me. So we vibe on some matters coming out of our industry and out of it as well. We will surely be talking about some pertinent issues and not the petty ones as usual. Here we do it with a touch of professionalism any day, anytime. And I invite you to be a part of it. Your commentaries, your likes, your shares, and your subscription to our channel means a lot to us. So don't stop. Keep doing it. And let's see what the good Lord will do to us in the near future. Now in the studio, Roland Amate is already seated from Shagzi, Shatta Movement Empire. Roland Report on YouTube and RolandReport.com. Yeah, the other day Shatta said I've subscribed to Roland Report. Shatta, which channel hasn't he subscribed to? And Intim Dodu Solomon, aka Chamo, is also here. Intim Dosu Digital Solutions boss. And he is the online manager here at Flex Entertainment Limited. Behind the scenes, Digital Rasta is called Currency, doing our camera for us. And Richie Flex is the editor-director of the show. But first, let's appreciate TapTapSend. Now, so many people are sending money using TapTapSend. The other day, a guy received some Salah blessings and said it came from TapTapSend. And I felt so cool about it. And I want you to also start using it. So download the app on your phone today and start using it same way, because that is the best, trusted, reliable so far. The TapTap wallet is also good for you. Convert your money from pounds to cedis, keep it in the wallet, and make sure that someone will be enjoying something from you even when the pounds drop. Again, use the promo code SammyFlex anytime you download the app. And parimatch.com, Parimatch Bet is a betting app that you need to also double your money. It's a game of chance as usual. So download the parimatch.com parimatch bet and start making money. As much as you're going to be a first time user, use the promo code SAM200 for some 200% bonus. If you love Aviator, SAMAV for Aviator. And again, if you like the sporting thing, you can do SAMSP as well. All these will give you the chance to make some cool money anytime you are betting on Parimatch. It has been tried tested, so do it today and thank me later anytime you make the money. Remember to also share so we can all eat. Very, very important. Now let's come to the issues and start hitting them one way or the other. I hear Jaru, if he's not in Ghana, be coming to Ghana. And the project that is bringing Jaru to Ghana is simple. He wants to start a school here in Ghana. And this is something that I am so happy about. But I'm asking, why is it that Ghana seems to be lacking with some of these things? What is working for us? What is really the magic? In fact, that is what I want to ask my people first and you before we start talking. I know other people are also enjoying it, but it looks like Ghana, we are enjoying some of these things more. What is the secret and what do we have to do to attract more? I'm sure these are the two questions. What is the secret that is bringing these people in for some of these projects? And what can we do to get it more? And even if I want to ask the hard questions, I ask, is it really to help us, or maybe they also have their own intentions and achievements or objectives behind the scenes? Those are the hard ones, but the basic ones we should try to answer. Richie, let's see the story and what it says so I can go to my people to listen to them. It says, why Jaru is coming to Ghana? And the story reads, American musician and record producer Jaru has announced that he'll be in Ghana on April 10th, 2024. Though April 10th is tomorrow, but some people are saying he's already in town, some photos like that. It says the rapper in an Instagram post said he's on his way to the West African country to commence a school project. He intends to break ground for the construction of some classroom blocks in Nuaso in the eastern region of Ghana. Announcing this initiative online, the rapper said, happy and excited to finally get to break ground on my school in Ghana next week. Pencils of promise for the win. Ghana, we are going up next week. The project is supported by Pencils of Promise, an NGO that brings quality education to kids around the world. Jaru's decision to build a school in Ghana comes a year after Michael Blankson commissioned his free-for-all basic school at Aguna in Sabah in the central region. Hey, Charlie, one day we have to visit the free-for-all basic school to see how it is doing. Whether really what they said they are able to do it, or they have some challenges or what. So this is what Jaru posted, and you can see that indeed they are coming to break grounds for us to do this. So the question is, why Ghana seems to be enjoying more? What should we do to enjoy more? And when we see some of these things, what does it also tell us? Are there some hidden interest that we might not know, or what? Let's talk. Chabo, maybe you can start this for me?
Yeah, I don't think it's really about being lucky, but rather the people who may be closer to Jaru or who may be working with Jaru will be the answer to this question. Yeah. Yes. I suspect there will be somebody in his team or somebody that's somebody who is closer to him, who can convince or has been able to convince him to, if he is about to do a project like this, Ghana wouldn't be a bad destination. Bad choice of a country, yeah. That's the first thing. And the second thing will be, yes, it's a project that you want to do, so doing it in Ghana too, it's a good thing. And the person may even be coming from that village or that town. That's why the person will suggest that. I think this one, it will not be a personal school like the way Michael Blankson's own is. Because I think I saw Anglican primary school something. So maybe I don't know the detail, but if it will be called Anglican primary school at Nuaso. I think Nuaso.
Is it not the school's name? Is it not the pencils and something?
No, the pencils of promise is the name of the NGO. Nuaso Anglican Primary School. Nuaso Anglican Primary School.
Okay, so no, I didn't even pay attention to this. This one says for the construction of a classroom block at Nia. So it means the school is there. They are just coming to add a block.
Or maybe renovate.
No, they are coming to add a block to it. Yeah.
So Nia Anglican Primary School.
Oh, okay.
So it's more like.
So this is going to be a little different from Michael Blackson's own.
Yes. Okay. So he's not really coming to start a school, but to help improve the facility there and maybe also give something that he thinks it can aid their learning. Okay. And so this is a good thing. I mean, for the NGOs, Promise, Pencils and Promise, I think, well, it's part of their corporate social responsibility. And if Ghana is the one going to benefit from it, why not? We should be happy that somebody has decided to help some Ghanaians to enjoy better education for their future. So I'm all for it. I think this is a good one and we should support it. Just that obviously it's a corporate social responsibility. Yes.
So the hard question I was asking is, some of these moves, do they also have some hidden interest?
Oh yeah, obvious. It's obvious. The thing is that it's corporate social responsibility, and the people do that so that they will get they will get good image for whatever product that they have or the brand that they want to protect. So if he's been doing this or if he does this, obviously we will see Jaru as a kind person, as a good person that is also helping or giving back to the society. So even if he doesn't have that intention or he is not thinking about it in that way, that's the implication. It will still end up that way. Because when you gift people or when you give gifts or things to people, those people tend to see you as a good person. So if you are building school for a community or trying to help community to have better education, you will be seen as a good person. That's why you are doing it. So he will benefit obviously, but those who are also benefiting directly, they will be happy with it. And I think this is a good thing that Ghanaian children or some community in Ghana here are going to benefit from it. So for me, I'm in. I think this is a good thing and we should wish for more, or those outside, if anybody wants to do a project like that, I mean, if you can convince them that Ghana is the best place to do such kind of thing. Yeah. I think this is good.
Well, I think some input right there. Ro, what do you also see?
Well, I think that one of the ways we can attract more is to give them a conducive environment. That is one. And also good incentives has to do with tax exemptions and other reliefs that may also help them in making some of these things possible. Because yes, I know there are so many people who would want to do these kind of acts and more, but then sometimes when you check on the limitations in terms of tax and other challenges that may come with it obviously deters so many people from doing some of these things. Not long ago, somebody like Idris Elba was talking about the fact that some people, or he and his kind, would love to do so many projects in this particular space, but when they check the limitations and some of the challenges in terms of even clearing certain equipment, even from the immigrations and ports, you realize that, Charlie, it is better they stay up where they are and use their money elsewhere than to even come. So yeah, we can attract more actually, and it is only by giving them good incentives and also a very conducive environment for them to work. So if somebody needs a land to construct a school, it is not now that the person is going to be chased by langars. It is not now that digging fee. So we are going to chase the person with so much litigation. Meanwhile, whatever projects that the person is going to do is going to benefit the community and and as well as the country as a whole. So yeah, these are some of the things that we can do to help them. And I call this business help, which is the corporate social responsibility anyway. Yes, it is business. They are also doing business. both Jaru and the Pencils of Promise company, they are also doing business. It is also, we know how NGOs are formed and how they do their business in terms of them being getting funds and all that. So if an NGO like the Pencils of Promise is able to partner with such a huge brand like Jaru, you can imagine what it means to their brand as an NGO. It adds up to their credibility and the fact that they are a good entity that so many people can partner with. And that is what it means. And if Jaru also partners with an entity like this to do some of these gestures, then it means that in the eyes of the public, Jaru is a good person. And we know how some of these, he and his kind, or the people of his caliber, up where he's coming from, have some of these back and forth or stains on their brand. Recently, the one in the news is Diddy, who is fighting so many of some of these things. So if they are able to do some of these gestures, then it means that in the eyes of the public, even if there is a scandal that is to hit them, some of these things can minimize the effect of some of these scandals that may hit their brands or even dent their image. And it is one of the reasons why you see people or celebrities or top people gifting or being philanthropical works. Because it is part of it to save their face in the eyes of the community. So it is good. The long and short, or the bigger picture, is the fact that a community is going to benefit from somebody's benevolence. In the long run, and that we need to encourage them. And the last one would have to do with maintenance. We know our challenge when it comes to the maintenance culture in this country. If we really want to attract them, the key thing is maintenance.
If you want to enjoy a good maintenance culture, don't give it to government. Give it to individuals. That one, you are assured. But if you give it to government, you are also assured.
But you said you want to go and check microblasting school.
Yeah. We have to.
Do you know the one that I wish to go and check right now? Jackie Appiah's toilet facility. Yes.
After that, we haven't heard anything about it.
Jackie Appiah's toilet facility. That is what I want to go and check. So if we are able to improve our maintenance
I've
culture.
stopped my journalism things like this, so I'll take it up one day. Do this documentary. Wow.
Well, we can still find time and call it an adventure.
Unless we commission somebody.
So we have to improve our maintenance culture basically, and that is the only way we can attract more. Because if somebody sees that we are not able to maintain microblasting zone, or even some of our people who are doing this even locally, then it will not attract them for them to come and do more. So let's improve our maintenance culture and we'll be fine.
Well, we wish them well, and to the people at Niaso. It's not a town that I've heard before, shockingly. As someone who comes from the east, I should have known the town, but it's not a town that I've heard of Niaso. Well, I'll still ask about it to see how best we can all publicize this. And again, when Jaru comes to Ghana, I don't know if he will be doing anything music too. His people are here. He met Shatta some years ago in America. I still remember very well when he met Shatta, and they took some photos as well. Photo opportunity. Now let's move on to do the next story. The next story is actually about Medikal and his latest issues about marriage and the fact that his marriage is no more. And again, the fact that he has a show, and yet the issues around marriage is being discussed around the show. I've heard some one or two people in mainstream media, some one or two people on social media. I've heard some one or two people claiming or thinking that maybe what is happening might even be some stunt, and that there is no reality. Some have even gone ahead to label him as childish, label him as doing some unnecessary stunts and all. And I'm here asking myself, how do we handle this? As much as some of us, we know really and truly things are not the same. The center cannot hold. Things are really falling apart. Yet, some people who speak on other platforms are also saying it is a prank, it is a childish behavior, it is actually a ploy just to talk about the show. I hear them and say, hey, how do we reconcile this? Well, I have a tip of Ola Michael talking about the Medikal show and his marital issues on UTV's United Showbiz. And I would want us to listen to him attentively and react to what he said accordingly. Now let's watch it. I'll be back.
Enye agudi na omudi no ene de achibi sa aim na ye hwehwe no. Enye agudi na omudi no ene de achibi sa aim na ye hwehwe no. But that notwithstanding, Miss J, session less than a month to Anna.
Yeah, on the 3rd.
Next month, 3rd. I'm beginning to think you're serious about the show. Yeah, Michelle no man no yeah, and I was like, I'd say beer what ton tickets a real one country. And I say or be free gate and go for a begum. And now or prophecy be I actually say, oh, so now I hate it is self on financial cost on Jimmy. Now all the train it drew and I perform because and this for the first time power who quack headline show our London. This is not the attitude you put up. Kebe who said why very serious with promotion to say everybody can it be Okoba. Even though you need too many Ghanaian channels our London and our UK, we don't have too many. But your Nigerian channels and opportunities are with me at Tapi. Now to me there are a lot of people to come for the show. But what are we saying? The last thing I saw was Chancy Bikutano. No broom. No or air rap. And I was asking myself, any guy when also a quack ratio London and fan. The next when you say on me, I've decided to think that one of those useless publicity stunts. You know? That's what I have decided to think. Until say because I can't on video so koba okreation ni ba and obeka say one say why be also obiri or mom koba trace almost and one. No one my headache to now go and decode who this other sewa is whilst we are supposed to be thinking about how we can get your show to we can get your O2 Indigo to be full. It is a wona show you there no serious and me may share kwa me aboa no me dear na me I also sit back number 40 years na me show mpacho utie me me nyina betimi adini e show. One other thing I would tell did selling the shows or maybe sometimes it comes as a surprise. I'm on for home is when or performing that Naira stage in so. Have you realized that? Yeah. Anytime I side in Basivian, one more, they get so excited. They love to see the two of them. I saw them doing it in Ghana Music Awards UK some time ago, and I've seen them doing it in a couple of stages in Ghana. But for some time now, we don't see it again. And people love it. Why are they doing this now when this could have been an added advantage to the show? Why are they now giving us hints of problems in their family when it could probably help to also build the show up? Why? Is it like in Kwadar Dreaming Agrobi or Moon Nim the Omoye and now what is wrong with these people? So instead of us thinking about the show, talking about it because this is United Showbiz, UK 4 share, US 4 share, everybody's watching. Now we are talking about the show for them to also get there. Now, but I also have to add the fact that Odin Kwasem M1 show no to be so to UK no share and I saw no crow show crow serious. Now I may have we shouldn't go here bear flop. You see. But if you had been consistent in talking about your show, leave your family issue aside, leave AMG, show boy, be on matter, leave those things and just focus on your show. Because it's a very important level in your career. It's not easy to feel indigo in London. Ghanaians don't like coming out. Because okobon 1 hour for £6, £8 a juma who the entire say job abe show. Give them a reason to come. Give them a reason why they should spend money to come and watch your show. And stop messing around. Stop these useless stunts. Finally, I was advising him say a bear on started so ni advanced team maybe he should make the move and go there and start doing rounds to promote the show. He should link up with the show promoters and all that. Now, I'm promoting show. And this idea, I'm trying to answer on the 3rd May.
Well, we heard Ola Michael clearly, also a radio presenter as well as a pundit on UTV's United Showbiz, and I'm asking that now that some people are even thinking it is a publicity stunt and speaking like this, I'm sure we've done something similar before. Does it have the power to even affect the show? Ro, you have been doing events.
Yeah.
What is happening now that some people, I think Arnold also spoke on the same show, and I hear he also said what Medikal was doing is childish. So the impression they are all creating is that this is a hype. Does it have the tendency of affecting the flow of the show when everybody knows Aquana Crowd Bechon? Yes, see, oh Jimmy.
Well, it does. It does. It really does. It depends on who is speaking and the platform they have. Yes, if it is just an ordinary person in Ghana walking on the street who probably may not even book or buy a ticket to London for the show, then you know it will not have any effect. But for the people speaking and the narration they are championing, it will definitely enter into some people's ears. We know the network they sit on is not a child's network. So yeah, some of these commentaries have the tendencies of affecting people one way or the other. However, it also does not negate the fact that all is not well or something may not be right. It is one of the unfortunate situations of being a celebrity. In fact, there are certain things that you may cry. You may cry for help, or there are certain times that you may cry for help and so many people may not see it. Even if you don't take care, the people sometimes that are supposed to understand you or even know you really need help may even miss it.
Okay.
And it is one of the unfortunate situations. Well, I don't blame them for thinking that way or for having that assertion anyways. Besides, if you know how to do it, it is very easy for you to think that way. In the sense that yes, we know how some of these people are associated with certain stunts in the space. So it is very easy for them to think that this is also one of them. Because yes, they are also orchestrated of some of these happenings in the space. Ola Michael is no different. Neither is another Samwabi. Yes, I'm not going to mince words on this. So yeah, if they think this is one of them, well, I won't fault them. It is because they know or they've orchestrated some before. So they have every right to think that this could be one of them. And it is their opinion anyways, but I would rather also entreat Medikal that yes, for whatever he's doing, if for some of us that are able to read between the lines to know well all is not that well, would just wish that things calm and he's able to focus and put all his strength in the promotion of this event. That is not to say that he is not human and certain things cannot affect him or he can't be distracted at a point. He can, of which anybody can also go into that situation. So if at this point we all see that okay, instead of him promoting the show or putting every conversation in the show, he's been distracted into other areas, we should not hold his neck and say or call him childish or call him certain names because we think he's deviating from the cause that we think he's supposed to champion. Yes, we should rather try and find whatever is going on, or if there is a way we can find solution to it or help him, then we do it. But if we would want to call him names, well, I always say that nobody takes correction with insult attached to it. Nobody takes corrections with insult attached to it, unless maybe we just want to insult him. Then we should come bluntly and do it. But if we really have the intention of correcting him, then it is better we do and do it right. So yeah, I will also urge Medikal and his team that okay, yes, like he said in his last but one post on this particular marital issue, that yes, when he is done with the show, he has a lot to talk about. I would want to believe him and say, okay, if that is what you've said, let's hold on to this so that we put all our effort into pushing the show, championing the show. But as to whether I see what is happening at a stunt, I don't see it as a stunt personally. I don't, whether from afar or from close. I don't see this as a stunt, especially when we know how focused Medikal can be when he was about to release his planning and plotting album. We know how he went through in terms of even releasing teasers upon teasers, freestyle upon freestyles, and all of them things before he dropped the project. And we know how serious he is with his work. So if yes, at this point we feel he's been distracted into other areas, we should not call him names. We should rather know that then, as a focused person as he is, this one is very serious, and we shouldn't take some of these things for granted. It is unfortunate.
Very, very unfortunate. Sometimes I listen to some of the commentaries and I ask myself, those who are planning of going to these places, how are they going to even deal with these kind of perceptions being thrown out there? I don't know. Chamo, what are you also adding to this?
It's sad. You see, I've said this before. You suffer no consequences for getting it wrong if you are a pundit. And this is a clear example.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the confidence that he was using to see things. And I was also...
Nobody will call them to order. In fact, nobody will do them songo who come to apologize.
I was also surprised.
In a stylish way.
Yes, I was also surprised that he was able to identify something that could have triggered him to say, well, maybe then I have to think about it again. Especially the
wife,
Medikal's wife angle,
using him to promote
it. So you know he's been doing that. Now you hardly see them together, and your brain can't tell you that no, maybe there should be something may be wrong. Like you were able to identify it that they used to move together.
Yeah.
But now I hardly see them like that. So maybe there's something wrong somewhere. Just think about it carefully before you say, well, maybe they are planned to separate for some time, and like make it so hard for you to be convinced that yes, something is wrong, or
might be wrong.
Yes, or maybe this is a stunt. I mean, give them some form of what's the right? Yes, or like they can think for themselves and do the right thing, because the way that Ola was talking, it's like Medikal and his team, they don't know anything. They don't know what they are about. So they are just doing things as if they are kids, or they are not doing things right. They don't. The way that he was speaking, I mean, give them the benefit of the doubt. Think so hard for them and see whether there's something going on, or you can conclude based on that and say, okay, I think they are just fooling around, or maybe something is wrong. Let's watch out for it. You were able to identify that he used to move with her to so many places. Now you can't see that, and you still think this is a stunt. Come on. I think they should come again, but the point is that you suffer no consequences for getting it wrong if you are a pundit. And
if you are an entertainment pundit, maybe you have to clarify.
If you are you are an entertainment pundit.
But the politicians, they will take you
on. Yes, for sure. Yes.
It is only in the entertainment industry that many people do these things and they go scot-free.
Yes.
Look at Sonko. When he said those things about John Pencil, he's been forced to apologize.
Yes.
But here, they will say all this and they are there.
Okay. I will borrow Langabe's words and say, thank you for the words so sweet.
Oh my word.
So it's sad, but I think I'm hoping that they will get more information and come back and retract or say something in that direction that I think I got it wrong or something like that. But because there are so many information also pointing to the fact that something is not well, but still they are not looking at it.
They are not getting it.
Including on following each other on social media platform. You can check their social media platform.
That Medikal even
did.
Fella was out of the picture.
Scene, yes. And you think they are doing the standard, they will go to the extent of Medikal celebrating his birthday, and his wife will not be anywhere because they are doing a stand. Come Come on.
Like never not too much.
There are so many things that should tell you that hey, maybe something is wrong, but they are ignoring it because they just want to say it in a way for them to look bad or for us to see that Medikal is not serious or something.
Oh, I really am not happy with the impression they are creating.
No, it's like really bad.
He's joking.
There are so many evidence to point to the fact that
someone is going to do a show of this nature for the first time. You think he will joke
with it?
Even if he was looking for pranks to hype the show, this
would it be his would it be using his wife, their marriage situation?
The correlation between his marriage and the show.
So,
like the correlation between
and you even said that they were doing something that people were happy about. Bringing his wife on stage was a positive one, and you think he doesn't know that because you didn't advise him to start it in the first place. He was wise enough to bring his wife on stage, and you appreciated it. You were so happy that he was doing that, but you think he's not wise to use his wife to promote his show, but rather say that they are divorcing, and you think he's fooling. Come on, I think there are so many things wrong with the impression that they are creating, and there are so many evidence for them to know that no, maybe something is not right, but they are not looking at it, and it's sad. But I will repeat my words: you suffer no consequences for getting it wrong if you are an entertainment pundit.
I think I have to make this post. I have to make this post. You suffer no consequence as an entertainment pundit in Ghana.
For getting it wrong.
For getting it wrong. Like, just say whatever you want and go scot-free.
Yeah.
Well, we move on. This is also another hot issue. In this office, we have one friend who is a transgender. In fact, we know him here very well.
We know what?
Him.
Shim. We know Shim.
We know him here very well. She has Shim has been coming here on several occasions. Even sometimes, Richard.
2020.
Even sometimes when we do shows, Shim comes here to support us. And as it stands now, information we are gathering is that she has jackpot to Germany. And in jackpot in Ghana, a borrowed term from Nigeria, meaning you've traveled out of the country. She has really gone to Nigeria. And whilst there, a video that I've seen coming from her makes me wonder, is it because when we want to chop the medicine, we just have to tell lies? And in telling the lies, how about those who are genuinely also looking at Ghana in a different eye? What do we tell them? Oh, you heard the rhyme, eh? In telling the lie, those who are genuinely seeing Ghana the different eye. I can continue writing. Yeah, now I write songs, so I can continue writing. I am shocked because the lady says in Ghana, she cannot even walk freely on the street. She'll be lynched or she'll be beaten. She cannot pick public transport because she's a transgender. In fact, as a musician, she cannot even perform. Meanwhile, we've seen her perform. Or we've seen her performing on several occasions. So what is this? Is this painting Ghana black? Or we should take it as such? People want to chop medicine. So they say what they want to say. Now, coupled with the fact that our Parliament House also wanted to sign policy that will not encourage some of these things. Sometimes I ask here and I sit scared. The other day someone said it. As much as I'm not taking it serious, I also want to say that, okay, it is not sure, but don't let it escalate. Someone said a time will come that most of the people going to embassies for visa, they'll be bouncing them rough because of some of these petty statements. Because someone who is issuing might also be a believer in the ABCs. Now your country doesn't, you want to go to my, fuck you, stay here. Someone told me, but I don't want to take it just like that. But I also want to believe that if it escalates, then we can get there. Let's listen to our friend, brother and sister, Angel Maxine, in this particular video, saying that Ghana was not safe for her or him. That's why she ran away. Let's watch it. I'll be back.
I had to leave Ghana so I could find a safe space where I could continue to do my work. I had to leave Ghana so I could find a safe space where I could continue to do my work. Being an openly transgender woman in Ghana, it's a warfare. I couldn't even walk on the streets. I couldn't join the public bus. I couldn't go to certain places. I couldn't perform at certain places. As a musician, I had people who did not want to associate with me because I was a trans woman. I honestly feel bad for the future of LGBT rights in Ghana because as it stands now, we can see that everything going on is a political propaganda. I don't see why we should now have to run away from our countries just to feel safe. I hope one day all these things will stop so that queer people can live their lives freely and be open just to feel safe. I hope one day all these things will stop so that queer people can live their lives freely and be open, be happy, and be able to also add on positively to the society.
Well, so you heard the story of Transgender Angel Magazine telling how Ghana has been unsafe for people like her type. Chemo, is that the case, or as much as we want to do it, we just have to tell lies, let the people look bad, and we achieve? At least now she's happy.
I think our people, omudi edru ni de enye new thing. Omudi edru, but edru no nka omni embassies ne nkwa na yes ade no. But say baby ompese omde kone de, I think it's getting out of hand. For her to, for him to for him to do it like that, I mean, this is way below bet. That, like, she has taken it to the next level, and I think it's not fair to Ghanaians in general. I think this, let me call her lady. This lady, she has really enjoyed a lot of publicity in Ghana here. All the media houses.
But that's how she became
popular.
Through interviews.
Yeah. And you've been performing, going here and there. You can say things that even some people will not agree with you, but you still say it, and sometimes even insult. But for you to say that you were it was more like a warfare for you in Ghana here, it's not fair to all Ghanaians and the people who were closer to you, especially Flex Entertainment. I mean, Flex Entertainment was her house.
Yeah.
Like, she can come here anytime. Do interviews. I think if they search on YouTube and just type her name and then Flex Entertainment.
Some of our stories, Sammy Flex TV.
Sammy Flex TV. You get a lot of
let me try it and see.
A lot of them. So for her to do something like that, I mean, if she was just saying it to the embassies, I'm changing my answer. Only embassies in one eka nka metina here, but say obeko ama sa ifui sa media houses here omutimi
chemo, it has happened.
Oh yeah, a lot of them.
I've gotten about 3 or so.
Yes. What habibre and any performances here. Mbeko Facebook nso typing na happy hour. I know so look as an any dia. Yeah, quite an echo. And you know say I dear betina you better be say ya. I think say enye fe say obey BBC. I mean I drew the any day and I make an na yetiase say no na yankofo bi the nema. But for her to go to this extent of publicizing it, and this media people, especially the foreign media, this is what they are looking out for. They want a certain kind of narration just to paint us black or even sell the story to their people, like this is what is happening there. But this one in particular, it's not true. It's not like that. And that lady in particular, I mean, or Angel Magazine in particular, I enjoy freedom in Ghana here more than normal people. People want to see her talk. People want to see her. And you know, or Kasa now a warfare for her here. Her safety was at whatever. It's not true. You can't believe this. She was okay. As for Shim fighting with 1 or 2 people, it's normal. There are some people who will not be happy with whatever that you do, and they may insult you. You too, you insult them back. Some may even try to fight with you or something. But I know no one now face it. Even straight people or normal people face the same thing. Open to me, I your dress and now can be able to do at them.
True.
Now so the engine say, "Want to your dress and no be the do at them." What's the difference? It's the same thing. I'm really disappointed the way I'll go about it, and my disappointment make a sense over call to the media house that this interview. I think they could have done better. Do just small research. Google is
to
just
see if really there's even a story of her being attacked
or being chased or something like that. But no, they just want that narrative or that narration, so they will allow her to say whatever that she wants to say just for them to get the story that they want to get out. There's no positive, and I think, as you said, sometimes you may take it lightly, but it will come back in a way that
no, it shouldn't escalate.
Yes, but yes, because if we start talking, they said the year can say na omo picking up now can say okay, and as they say omo mudi edru no omo can what could they do embassy ya say and I was on the bar out a bed now baby embassy what the month omo. But men from my out, men from my out say hard drink.
No. When I saw what I was taking about, oh no, don't paint this picture. You were fine. In fact, you were fine. Everybody loved you. In fact, you were even controlling eyes. You go somewhere when everybody comes to look at you
and see what is happening and all that. Now, what it's not good by because of a mom dear dreams mean can with mom fancy
Charlie.
It's a very interesting one.
I don't back up pound first. Say obedi address me but there is some flex.
But George your name mama
what me the drama be.
See your child master.
Kaso be yeah man no cry the father
baby. Ehwa Nancy ho.
Assemble munya putre. Assemble munya putre. That's
can be
assemble temperature rising.
No. Menya into how you go and now you think okay, see how you are stable there. But how my better how now sako every the internet ban is because you that country. If I go there they will attack me. If you also take the internet na there
well, it's an interesting story though. But then you see sometimes some of these people it is about what they want, the narrative they want to push. Unfortunately, they don't care about the later repercussions or whatever they think is going to happen to what they are pushing. Because yes, we've seen so many narratives that people have given, especially to the international media, that it's not a true representation of what is going on. And it is just to serve a selfish agenda or a selfish claim, or for them to look good in a certain way or in the eyes of certain people. Yes, she's also fighting for her future, if you ask me. She's also fighting for her future because as far as I'm concerned, yes, it don't be anybody, but then it be an CP man. Into Wobiegum. Oh, Wobiegum, but
medical shop, pharmacy,
no more. Oh, no, you understand? Maybe I know where they're doing, but in CP, they will see a Wobiegum man, a man do. You get it. But unfortunately, the bigger picture is what so many of them would miss. Because at the end of the day, you have family members here. At the end of the day, you still have loved ones in the same space, of which should anything happen, you can't carry all of them to where you are.
Yeah,
it is very impossible. You can't carry all of them. So for whatever it is, for however you paint the country, it is still where you have loved ones in. If it collapses, know that they collapse as well with the country. That is one thing that most people forget when they would want to drive some of this narrative. So they go online, grant interviews to the international media. Ghana is not safe. Ghana is this. Ghana is that. Ghana is this. Ghana is that. Meanwhile, this is where you were. If indeed it is as bad as you were painting, are we sure that you would even have the chance to even go to that extent to grant that interview. We know how some of these things are, the realities of what they are, the narration they're actually pushing at. The realities of where it is happening, like certain countries that some of these things are actually happening. We know the realities on the ground. You won't even get the chance to do some of these things in Bo. How much more even? And you see, interestingly, most of her interviews that she's ever granted, most of them are in Ghana.
Yeah.
She did most of them in Ghana. Of which, if somebody is
living in Ghana, so.
if somebody is actually looking for you, self, it is very easy for the person to find you. The laws did not deal with you. Neither did the people actually do some of these things that you are painting to you. So, well, it is unfortunate, but then we can only advise some of our people to choose the right way. Okay. To choose the right way and not
right way means what?
Not selfishly push a certain agenda that in the long run will come out to even dent the image of the country in
okay, and yes, benefit them
exactly at large. Because if you paint this narrative, we have an agenda that is to make Ghana a tourism destination country, and some of these commentaries obviously do not help that agenda. So at the end of the day, whatever the economy is supposed to benefit out of some of these things that we are pushing, we will lose it.
Yeah,
we will lose it. And it is one that is why I would say yes, if they want to chop medicine, they should do it the right way. They should know how to do it, that at the end of the day it will not come back to affect the whole country or paint the whole country black. Because for whatever it is, we are part of an international community. And yes, the same way they are also playing their politics, that is the same way we are also playing our politics
very
here.
Well, very well.
And none of these countries is perfect. So we are all carrying each other one way or the other, so we can all coexist. But when you paint the whole country as if, we are the black sheep that we don't tolerate, we are intolerant, we don't tolerate anybody. We all know it is not true. We have ambassadors that are championing what we are championing, yet they are in the space safe and sound. They do everything that they want to do, and nothing happens to them. So how much more the people that are people? It's unfortunate, Brother.
Well, that is what it is. If you also come across videos like this and someone tells you in Africa people are being chased and killed on the streets, it is not always the problem. The problem is that yes, many in Africa might not encourage some of these acts or practices. That is true. But as to whether they are chasing them and beating them and killing them, nobody's killing anybody. In fact, it is their choices to do and be whatever they want to be. Nobody is ready to kill any of them. It is far from that as a story. Now let's look at the very last one. A gentleman has written a letter to Shatta Wale, and I want to get your inputs in the letter. I want to get your reaction to the letter as well. Then after that, we can run away from here in peace. Richie, bring Gideon Ofori's letter to me, and let's see what wisdom we can derive out of it. And this is something worth reading, though, so I get the views of my people on it as well. And it is a letter that, when I read it, I said, well, Chemo has been saying something similar, but let's see if it is the same thing that Chemo has been talking about, or this is going to come out different. Now, it says, I have this issue with Shatta Wale, and I know most of USM fans and Ghanaians will agree with me on this. But before I proceed, kindly check out his latest music video, When I Born, YouTube, link in first comment. Well, we can accept that in the realm of music and entertainment, Shatta Wale stands as a towering figure, renowned not only for his musical prowess, but also for his understanding of the art form. Yet, amidst his chart-topping hits and electrifying performances, there lies a latent potential waiting to be unlocked, a potential that could enrich the lives of aspiring musicians and creative minds. May I think Shatta is not giving us his all. Shatta Wale possesses a wealth of experience and knowledge garnered through years of dedication and perseverance in the industry. It is this reservoir of insight that could prove invaluable to the next generation of artists yearning to carve their path to success. As a blogger and a keen observer of the cultural landscape, It is evident that Shatta Wale's impact transcends beyond the confines of his music. He has the opportunity to become a mentor, a guide, and a beacon of inspiration for countless budding talents. Thus, I extend this earnest call to Shatta Wale to share his journey, his triumphs, and his lessons learned with the world. Let us urge him to organize workshops, seminars, or visits to the tertiary institutions where he can impart his knowledge and wisdom to those eager to follow in his footsteps, even if it is for a fee. Shatta Wale, by so doing, can leave a lasting legacy that extends far beyond the confines of the recording studio. He can ignite the flames of creativity, instill a sense of determination, and pave the way for a brighter future in the world of music and the arts. Hello, Ghana. Let us not merely admire Shatta Wale for his musical prowess, but also implore him to become a catalyst for change, a driving force in shaping the landscape of tomorrow's artists. Together, let us beckon him to share the gift of his talent and knowledge with the world, ensuring that his legacy endures for generations to come. Or what will you say? Dear Sammy, what you say? You are closer. At least you can start this. This is his humble request.
It's a nice observation and a nice piece, presented in a nice way, and I would say big ups to him. Yes, it is true. His observations are right, and I am happy. It is not even far from one of Shatta's vision.
Yeah.
In fact, if not long ago, he even said on stage that he wishes to hold certain music workshop and seminar with his fans.
Okay.
And the latter of what he's actually requesting for, the latter of his letter, is actually the answer of what he's requesting for.
Okay.
If it is about Shatta impacting the younger generation with his knowledge, his experience, and most of the times, like most of the things that he's achieved, he does it on a daily.
Okay.
He does it on a daily. Yes, I know he has a way that he would want Shatta to present it, in the form of lectures, in the form of workshops, in the form of seminar. Unfortunately for our space, there are ways that some of these things are done. You don't just do it because, yes, the artist has lots of information to share. We know how some of these people, or some people, receive some of these gestures.
Okay.
It is tagged as near retirement in our space. It is one of the perceptions with regards to some of these moves. When people begin to do this, it is tagged as near retirement. And if you should check Shatta Wale as a brand, Shatta has always found a way to reinvent himself into every generation.
Good.
Into every time that there is always a trend. Shatta has always found a way to reinvent himself into every trend, which is what has kept him relevant.
Okay.
So yes, with what he's saying, there are some that are in the pipeline, of which, unfortunately, because of Shatta's vision to always present himself as a new artist, some of these things would have to be pushed back.
Okay.
Some of the things that he's looking for in that package, of it being a workshop in the name of Shatta, of it being a working seminar, of which even younger acts can even pay to come and enjoy, some of these things would have to be pushed back. Because fortunately or unfortunately, Shatta still sees himself as a new artist. And no new artist will be encouraged to do some of these things. Yes, that notwithstanding, his documentations as far as his experiences and all his achievements are being documented still. Of which, even if he is no more today, God forbid, it was still whatever he's left behind, just like the Bob Marleys and the Dubes and whatever, will still impact generations. So the latter of his letter, of which he was saying that, oh, yeah, Shatta should, whatever he has should share, he should share with the younger generation so that they can also benefit. He does it on a daily, formal and informal.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
Unfortunately, so many people miss it every day, every time. They miss it every day, every time. So I would also urge him to also have a
As
keen,
in Ofori.
yes, has a keen interest in pushing most of Shatta's messages. Because as far as I'm concerned, he's done a formal one, which is the state of the industry address, and we know how it was trivialized. He's done informal ones that he posts, says them on video, says them on stage, says them in his on his social media timelines, of which so many of them are trivialized. And if we should pay attention, see, the lecture, the seminar, the workshop that he is going to give, it will not be different from most of the things he preaches on there.
Yeah.
It will not be different from, we know when it comes to championing a good cause which will intend to benefit the whole industry, you can't mention some of these things without mentioning Shatta Wale's name. You can't mention some of these things without mentioning Shatta Wale's name. So somebody would also ask, so all the things that he's done, how have you guys also utilized it? What is the guarantee that if you should hold a workshop now, put it, you will not also, or certain people will not trivialize it, of which, yes, would give the tactical, how do we call it, approach to some of these things that he's calling for. But I want to assure him that, yes, his achievements, his legacy, everything that he's building is still being documented till date. It's still, whether formal or informal, are being documented. So he should be rest assured that, yes, should Shatta says that, oh, now he's ready to do this, and he announced it that he would wish to do some of these workshops for his fans, especially, and of which even recently he's just announced that he wants to do an album for the fans. So yes, these are some of the ways that Shatta is manifesting himself in the letter that he wrote, and if he should pay keen attention or critical attention to some of these details, you realize that about half of the things that he mentioned in his letter is ongoing, of which the other ones will be done in the future. So yeah, for Shatta's journey there, it is very long, which is why we pray for long life for him with good health. Because as man always tries to reinvent himself into every trend and every new generation, some of these things need to be approached with very tactical reasoning, else you will mess his career up. So yeah, it is part of it, and I would say big ups to him for such beautiful observation.
Wow, beautiful input. Yes, Chebo.
Yeah,
you can wrap up the show for us.
Yeah, it's I would say he's giving a suggestion that it will not be good for Shatta's career, but it will be good for those who will learn from him. so at this point, I don't think Shatta or the Shatta's team will take whatever that he says that serious. The point is, he is assuming that Shatta can do lectures in a way that people are doing it. He's just assuming it, but it doesn't work like that. Shatta may have the knowledge, everything, but standing in front of people and lecturing them, or it's a different thing altogether. Yes, you need to sometimes be trained for it, how to say things, how to do the presentation for people to capture it.
Get it, yeah.
And if you just assume that the person has the knowledge or the talent so he can do it, no, it's wrong. If you are suggesting that he can even talk to somebody who can do the lectures and then present it on his behalf, it will make sense. Like if his suggestion was like, okay, why somebody sit with Shatta, talk to him, know his mind, how the thing works, and go out and preach the gospel according to Shatta. Talk about Shatta's strategies, how Shatta does his thing, why Shatta is the winner, why he is still on top of his game and all that. Somebody whose career is it to talk to people, is it to motivate people, should be the one taking this thing, not a talented musician whose first love is to make music,
to produce music,
and put it out there. So that's where I have issues with him. The part that I will agree is the documentary part, where because the documentary as it is now, as Roland said, is informal and formal way of just putting things online. It's a documentary in a way. But I want us to package it and sell it. Yes, so that's where I will agree with him that in a documentary that will feature Shatta and talk about his beginning to where he is now, there will be a lot of information that when you watch such a video or such a documentary, you can learn a whole lot from it.
Yes.
there's no need for him to organize any seminar that people will attend for him.
In fact, some of his interviews,
yes.
he tells some of these stories.
Yes, exactly.
It's been premiered.
Yes, somebody can even adapt Shatta's story and make a movie out of it.
Exactly.
And that's how you learn from people like this, not standing in front of you and doing seminars. No, most of them will fail if you want them to do it like that, because it's not easy. And it's a skill that some people have learned to do it. They acquired the knowledge to do presentation or organize seminars and all that. So I would disagree on that, the way that he wants it to be done. But the other way that he's saying that Shatta should avail himself or find a way to impact to the next generation or other people, I agree with him. Just that his solution, I disagree. I think the best way is for Shatta to come out with a documentary, or somebody should just adapt his story and
tell it in a different way.
And tell it in a different way for people to learn from it. That's how I feel it will be beneficial to anybody who cares to learn from Shatta.
Well, Gideon Ofori, your letter has been well received here on Sammy Flex TV. We have actually perused it, and we want to believe that in the near future we will see how best we can respond to you positively, and you can also get what you want to see. But at the moment, allow the gentleman to breathe in small. At the moment, it is not right to do it now. And like Roland said, he's doing it informally, but for how you want to see it done, it's not right to do it now, because in Ghana, if you are not careful and they start calling you legendary. Now the legend is in the lecture halls, dishing out lecture notes and all. But man is also.
Let me put this one in. There's a trend going on, like online. The experts and what we call popular or celebrities who are making it in their field. Now they have platforms.
Podcasts.
Not even in a form of podcast, but they have platforms that you can pay to talk to them one-on-one.
Oh, okay.
Yes. They will be available anytime. Like they will give time, like, okay, today Monday from 6 to, let's say, 6, I'm available. So if you pay in Ghana cedi, let's say if you pay 200 cedis, you can talk to me. So when you pay your money, there will be a line for you to call, and then the person will talk to you one-on-one for some hours. So you pay to have their attention. So you can pay for them to tell you what you want to hear, or anything that you think they can tell you for you to improve whatever that you are doing. So like if there's a platform for Shatta Wale, for any artist or anybody who wants to do the music business, yes, can call, pay 200 cedis, call Shatta Wale for 30 minutes and talk to him. Say whatever you want to say and see his response or answers that he will give you. It's something going on, and I think if some people with a little investment can venture into that, that's not bad. Because somebody like you, Sammy Flex, and your managerial skill now, somebody wants to hear how you are doing it with Shatta. So they call you and then ask some questions for you to answer them and give them solutions to some problems that they think that you have enough knowledge to talk to them or resolve the issues that they have. Yes. And because they are paying you, it's not a waste of time.
Yes.
So you will be
still get paid for it.
For it. And I think that one, it is happening outside, especially in America. And I think if some people can come up with business investment to venture into it, it will not be a bad idea, and it will serve us good.
Oh, okay. Well, I think this initiative should rather be researched on and pushed hard. And this can also mean that it will even be more intimate than going to the lecture hall, because here you get to talk to the person privately, and the questions that you might not be able to ask them openly, you can even ask. Chemo, I think we need to investigate into this and find out how we can also get the system running.
hook up for
send it. There's time for
everything.
I know there is time for everything. After the blues, after the reggae, play the blues. After the reggae, play the blues. Well, thanks so much to Roland Amate. Thanks to Intimdo de Solomon Chamo, to Digital Rasta Currency who did camera for us, Richie Flex, editor director of the show. My name is Sammy Flex. If you loved this, drop your commentaries. And again, remember to share and subscribe to us. I keep telling you that if you want real showbiz information, I saw someone's comment on YouTube yesterday. They said this is a happy place or something like that.
I think I also saw it. About two
the
people.
Happy place, and then this is the best squad. So you don't maintain them. He said that this is the best team, so just maintain
the best team. I'll see you again in our next video. My name is Sammy Flex. I'm out of here. Bye bye.